Good morning and happy Thursday, everyone. My name is Amber Miller, and I'm an eligibility specialist at Child Care Connections. We are so excited to have you join us live or in the replay for our virtual art class. We are at the halfway point of this year's coloring contest, and we are getting some amazing submissions. Make sure to get your submissions to us by April 20th to be entered into this year's People's Choice Awards. You can drop them off at our office, mail them in, or email it to our outreach coordinator, Sam, at samantha@cccmontana.org. Don't forget to like, comment, or share this video to let us know what you think and to be entered into next week's drawing. A winner will be drawn and announced at next week's art class. So let's get to today's art class. Today, we will be learning about some abstract art from Eric Dymit from the Holter Museum in Helena. You can visit our website to learn more about Eric and the work he has done with the Holter Museum and the Adventure in Cardboard. You can find a list of art supplies you will need to make this craft at home. Now, here's Eric.
Hey everyone! Today we're going to be doing a lesson using shapes and colors. So for today's lesson, we only need 4 different colors of marker with us. You're going to need a blue marker, a red marker, a black marker, and then a final marker that can be whatever color you want to be. I'm going to use green because that's my favorite color, but yours can be anything. It can be your favorite color. It can be a color you've been thinking about lately, whatever you want it to be. So for our first step, you're going to choose between your blue and your red marker. We're going to be switching off between these 2 markers, so it doesn't matter which one you use first. We're going to use the other one in a little bit. I'm going to start with blue, and with your first color, you're going to be making one big line that kind of curves and overlaps on top of itself and just goes around. We want it to overlap 4 times. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 points where my blue line went on top of itself. Then, once you've made that big line, you're going to put away your first marker and grab the one that we didn't use. So for me, I'm using my red marker now. And I want you to think of a shape, any kind of shape. It can be a triangle, it can be a circle, it could be a square, whatever. And with this second marker, we're going to draw that shape that you just thought of 3 times on top of this first line that we made. It's okay if it overlaps that line. In fact, it's going to look really, really cool if it does overlap that line a couple of times. So I've got triangles that I chose to use, and see how there's all of these spots where it went on top of my first line. That's going to look really good with these next 2 steps. So once you've got your 3 shapes on top of your first line, we're going to get our black marker out. Our black marker we're going to use to fill in the spaces that were made by all of our overlapping lines. So you see where our shapes overlapped with our first line and made all of these weird little blank spaces? Well, we're going to use our black marker to fill in 4 of those spaces. It can be any 4 of them as long as they're not right next to each other. So if I'm filling in this big space up at the top, I'm not going to fill in this space or this little space, and I might not even fill in this space because they're still kind of touching. I've got to find 4 other places to fill in with my black marker. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then once you've filled in 4 spaces with your black marker, you can go ahead and pick that other color That's entirely up to you. Again, I'm using green. Maybe you're going to use pink or orange or brown or chartreuse, whatever you want to do. And now, just like we filled in spaces with that black marker, I want you to fill in five spaces with this other color. And again, they can't be touching each other. It's okay if they're touching a space that you filled with black. You can go right next to any of the spaces that you filled with your black marker, but they cannot be touching each other. Gotta be away from each other. All right, so there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And look at that. You're done. You just made a unique, one-of-a-kind design using just 4 colors and 2 different shapes. Your first line that was either red or blue, your 3 shapes that were either blue or red, and you just filled them in with black and another color. And look at that. That looks pretty cool. And you know what the best thing about this design is? You can do it with any combination of colors. Maybe you want to do it again, but you want to shake up what color you use for your first line and for your shapes. Maybe you want to pick different color than black, or you want to pick a different mystery color, and you want to pick a different shape even. The options are limitless. Something that you can keep in mind as you're going through and making shapes and designs like this is thinking about what colors look really good together. We have something that we call complementary colors. These are colors that look really well with each other. And on the color wheel, they're going to be opposite from each other. For example, I used red for my shapes, and I also used green as my mystery color for filling in spaces. Red and green are on opposite sides of the color wheel and look really good together. Don't you think so? Other complementary colors are blue and orange. They also look really good together. And yellow and purple. You see? And once again, black is just a great color that works really well with pretty much every color combination you can think of. Helps bring the whole piece together. So maybe you want to keep on using black. Or maybe you want to set it aside so that you can try out some other colors. Try out some other colors, make this design, try it out in some other combinations, do some different shapes, make a whole bunch of lines, use different colors. Just go and have some fun.
Wow, that was great. We hope you enjoyed this class as much as we did. Thanks, Eric. We hope you'll join us again for next week's class as Sandy shows us the wonders of evergreen trees. Until then, pick up a coloring sheet at a local business or print one from our website, cccmontana.org, and let's color. Special thanks to our event sponsors and donors, Montana Radio Company, Bozeman Daily Chronicle, and Helena Independent Record. Thank you.